today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Suicide Squad Katana. Katana comes with two knives, one being a katana, one being, I guess, a shorter katana, and she comes with a much needed head and lower waist of Killer Croc. Yes, in this review, Spot's going to actually put something together, and we're going to get along a better path towards finally finishing the ultimate, does it actually say here? It says Collect and Connect Croc. Now, I did pick up the Joker from a Canadian Toys R Us, so maybe that Toys R Us or Canada as a whole wanted to package it as Ultimate Croc. Here, though, and these boxes that I got from Entertainment Earth being US packaging, it just indicates it as Collect and Connect Croc. Spin around the back of the package, yes, it also confirming that on the back, it says Collect and Connect Croc, not Ultimate Croc. The figures that you will need to build Killer Croc, a little gray area here. You need Joker, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Boomerang, Katana, and Batman. If you want the variationed Killer Croc with the hooded top, bandaged wrists, and sleeved arms, then you'll want to get Joker, the variant Boss Joker, and the two variant Harley Quinns. I wish this version had been released in the variants, if you had picked up the variants, and a hooded Killer Croc if you had picked up the regular figures. That's just me. Down below, of course, you can check out more from the folks over at Mattel, www.mattel.com. Head over there and see what they've got going on. There's no read-ups also anywhere on these figures. Not even Killer Croc gets a read-up. Just figures may not stand on their own, each sold separately, yada, yada, yada. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at Suicide Squad's Katana. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Just before we have a look at Katana, let's have a look at the Build Connect pieces for Ultimate Croc, or Killer Croc. One of which being what appears right off the bat as being a pair of shorts, but when we eventually add legs, these will be the pants for Killer Croc. Let's start there. Oh, I knew she was going to fall. Let's start right there. We'll take the lower waist area and snap that into place very easily. And then Killer Croc also comes with his head. Also crucial if he wants to survive. This will allow him to breathe in oxygen, look around, eat. It's funny how much you need the face for. Also gives something somebody or people can look at while they're talking to you. Whereas talking to a stump, just a neck, can be a little awkward, especially at dinner parties. The Killer Croc head, I don't know why it has to have these little pegs on here. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a tighter fit. I might actually just, hold on one second, hold on. Spot did not want to bore you guys with 5 minutes of me trying to get the head. Actually, it didn't take that long. It was only like a few seconds. But there you have Killer Croc. A head, no arms, no legs. It's not really going to do much. I guess he could bite you and just headbutt you. There's Killer Croc. That's what we have so far. Didn't really like the look of Killer Croc in the movie, I gotta be honest, but I'll reserve that opinion when we have a look at the figure. So stay tuned for that. Let's have a look at Katana, who has now fallen. She couldn't get up. I had to help her. The figure itself has two sheaths to support two swords, one being a smaller sword that doesn't really have as much of the paint as the larger sword has. It still has a black handle painted and a silver blade. The larger of the two, though, does have the inclusion of some additional gold right around the handle area. I wish they had some gold on the end to match that of the gold on the top, but that's okay. She does have two sheaths attached to this sash that's around her waist. It is to note as well that the sheaths are very loose. So loose, and you can easily just slide them right out. They've hollowed out the inside cavity of the sheath, just I guess to save some costs there. But they do flop around a little bit too much for my liking. I wish that they were a little bit more affixed. But you can go ahead and take the sword, when she's not displayed with them, of course, and slide the swords right into the sheaths, just like that. You might want to also angle it too, because if you have it straight up, I don't know how she's going to bend or move. So we want to just maybe angle it slightly to the side. This is also a good opportunity too, by moving this out of the way, that you see that she has some gold scripture. I would not be able to understand or decipher that, but some gold lettering there on her leg. As a whole, the figure does have a lot of coloring, I have to admit. Yes, I know, the figure looks majority like she's just wearing a black outfit, but when you start spinning her around, she's got some really nice gold accents on the back area there, her sleeve, the side of her jacket there as well. Some little other areas that weren't successfully painted or left off altogether. There's some sculpting there also on the elbow pads. So the figure does have a good look to her. Let's have a look at her face though. Now the face as a whole isn't terrible, but it's also very bland. I don't really know how you could have jazzed this up, but I feel it just doesn't scream Katana to me. The face is just very neutral. But I guess if you really look at the Joker that we've already had a look at, Joker was kind of just neutral as well. Maybe it's the fact of starting, with collecting figures as I do, and you start looking at the realm of like DC collectibles and stuff like that, you start kind of comparing, apples to what you believe apples to apples. And DC collectible figures are so far superior, it's hard to kind of look at that and then look at these and think, they're equal. The figure though isn't bad, and she's got this kind of tomato, it looks like almost like a ketchup colored sash, very orangey red sash that wraps around her shoulders and cascades down the back there with a little bow. In the way of her articulation, I also don't mind her hair because I get what the hair had to be just so it stayed completely out of the way, but the hair again kind of reads just a little bland. Just a little on the bland side. There's also a little scar, I don't know if you can see it there, right around her belly button. It's nice that they would have also included that, and she's also got a scar right on the top of her chest area there. And she's got a little scar right there as well, and underneath the little mouth lip area. In the way of her articulation though, Katana's head is on a ball joint. Hinged shoulders, not obstructed or limited by the fact that the sash is there. I guess really you could take the sash completely off, but it would involve you having to slide it down her arms to take them off. But a full rotation on the arms, a rotation on the bicep, a hinge on the elbow, a rotation on the forearm, rotation on the hands. She has a crunch, a little more limited. It doesn't seem like it wants to bend as far down, but she does have a waist swivel, luckily not hindered by the swords being there. Legs become a little bit more difficult because you want to make sure that you're not accidentally bending the actual sheets in the process there. But they do go forward and back and out. She has a swivel cut on the thigh, hinged knee, and a hinge on the foot. It's hard to really gauge these figures. Part of me really loves the fact that we get Suicide Squad figures, but on the other hand, I kind of think to myself, the sculpts are just okay. They're just middle of the mark. They're not fantastic sculpts. They're not poor sculpts. They're just kind of in the middle. And that's kind of how I feel with Katana here. She's a good figure, but she's kind of just in the middle. I guess that could be said so far for the Joker and the Batman that we had a look at. They're sort of just in the middle. Take that for what you want. In the meantime, though, today's Toy Spot, we were continuing our looks at the Suicide Squad figures from Mattel. And if you are interested in picking these up for yourself, you can head over to Entertainment Earth and get the entire wave right now. And that's where Spot picked these up right here. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way. Of course, we're going to build Killer Croc. He's not finished yet, not by a long shot. More videos of those will be heading your way. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.